thank you so much for watching the Bunkies YouTube channel. My name is John, and I like to talk about home tech, backyard chickens, and everything in between. If you're new here, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button along with the little bell so you can keep up with any videos posted. Today we're talking about this 1080p Amcrest camera. Now typically you'd see something like an unboxing, but this one's fairly straightforward. You just pull it straight out of the box because it doesn't need to have anything fancy. This particular camera was sent to us from Amcrest. They do ask for contributors and reviews, and we're more than happy to give one, so I thank them for this. I do like their products. I do think they sell excellent home surveillance cameras. I own probably 20 of them between an office and a household, and I just keep buying more and more so I can cover every angle. This particular one, again, is a webcam, but it fills a huge need. The need basically is you can't find a webcam right now. Everyone's running to Zoom, Google Duo, Google Meet, and other web platforms to do video for school and work. And when you need one of these, you just can't find it. A lot of computers have 720p and below for a webcam, so this is a nice upgrade for a very small price. So let's take a look at that. I looked it up on Amazon. It's currently September 2020, and this one's going for $47.99, which is super cheap. A lot of the ones, like the one I'm recording right now, and I'll switch to this one in a minute, they have a humongous markup. So I'm currently using a Logitech C930E, and the cheapest I can find it's about 150 bucks, which is an absolute ton. And then the shipping, most of these are a week out. I mean, some of these, yeah, I can get it sooner, but they're 179, 184. Absolutely ridiculous. 200 bucks for a sub $99 webcam. So they definitely filled a need with this, and I thank them for that, and there isn't an insane markup during this time. You can see it comes with a privacy cover. You can see it here. There it is closed. It is stick-on, so it just comes with a little sticker. Here's the backing. I don't know if you can see that. You peel it off, you stick it on. If you don't want it, you don't have to stick it on. You don't have this housing here, and it simply folds down. So that's what it looks like. The universal clip is this piece here, and it has this fold, so you adjust it to the thickness of your monitor. Most monitors these days are pretty thin, so you would do something like that. Lastly, you can put it on a tripod right there. Some of the stats about this, just take it right off the box for you. 1/3 inch CMOS image sensor, 1080p like I said, at 30 frames a second, which is perfect for Skype calls, Zoom meetings, or school. 3.6 millimeter lens, 70 degrees field of view. So that is how wide you can go out and see, and I'll show you in a minute on the next test. But this one is actually pretty wide. And actually, I don't like it for work meetings or school meetings because they don't need to see all the junk on the floor or the wall being messy or whatever, the kids, the dog, etc. So I actually like that this one has a narrower view. What else we got? High sensitivity mic, and then again, USB 2.0 plug and play with a privacy cover. So it's all pretty straightforward and standard. So let's go ahead and start testing it. Hold on while I switch cameras. All right, so here we are on the Amcrest camera. I'm about maybe 2.5 feet away from it. It is a little higher than my head on the monitor, and I'm right in front of it, I believe. It does have little lights on the outside, which I didn't point out. You can't really see them when you're looking straight at it, but when it does turn on, you'll see those illuminate. I'm also using the high sensitivity mic. Before, I was using a Blue Nessie, even with the Logitech camera, just to give you a clearer, cleaner video in the end. But this is the test for that camera. I'll do a side-by-side in a minute, but I just wanted to give you kind of a look of how it is. Now you notice it's not as wide as I was before, but I actually really like that, especially for work meetings. You don't need to see all the junk in my house, and then I don't have to clean it. So there is the camera as it is, the Amcrest 1080p. So that's the wrap up of the Amcrest 1080p camera. So I definitely say the pros, as I mentioned before, not super wide, which I again see as a pro. Some might see that as a con. It's user preference. It is 1080p, works on Windows and Mac. Who is this for? I really think this is great for work meetings, Skype, talking with the grandparents, etc. Kids doing school stuff. Do they need a high definition camera at 4K and all the bells and whistles? No, they definitely do not. It uses more bandwidth. It costs way more if you can even find one. So that's where the highlights are for this. The cons for this one, well, one more highlight, the price and availability. You can get this in 1 to 2 days depending where you live. In the United States, you can get it in 1 to 2 days via Amazon for the MSRP price, not for the marked up crazy prices that people are putting now. So that's the pros. The cons, it's a little greenish in the kind of sensor. It could be my room and the lighting itself. I'm in a very gray room with a low ceiling, not a lot of light coming in. So that's one con. It's not as crisp, but for the application like school, etc., I don't think that matters. The price is definitely right. The microphone is very tinny, and it was very quiet. So you'd either have to speak up a little bit or use your computer's microphone along with this as the webcam. And then for the cons, that's probably it. There's more pros than cons. It's definitely a keeper. I would buy this for my kids or parents, etc., to use for simple calling for work and school. And lastly, thanks again to Amcrest for sending this test unit out so we could take a look at it. They do this for all sorts of channels, from the little guys like us to the big guys. So again, thank you to Amcrest. Lastly, if this was helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments below if you've used this or you have any webcam woes or if you have any questions. And lastly, hit that red subscribe button to see more home tech videos like this. My name is John, and thanks again for watching the Bunkies YouTube channel.